Ahoy there, chummers, and welcome to the Sixth World, and welcome to another Art TTRPG review. Now, for this review, as you can see, we are moving away from the world of Shadowrun, but we're still sticking with cyberpunk, and we're going to be taking a look at CY Borg from Free League Publishing. Now, CY Borg, of course, is by the same people who did the fantasy RPG Mjorkborg? I don't know. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but it's by those same people. Of course, the feel for Mjorkborg is described as a fantasy death metal album that punches you in the face, and CY Borg, as you can see, has that exact same art style. Now, full disclosure, right up front here, I was provided this digital copy, and I've also got a print copy on the way by Free League Publishing. They were very, very kind to send this over to do some reviews for them, but they did not pay me for this review. They did not put any conditions on this review or anything like that. They just told me to have fun, and yeah, I gotta admit, I had fun reading CY Borg. Now, the system, of course, is a rules-light cyberpunk RPG, just like Mjorkborg is a rules-light fantasy RPG. And when they say rules-light, they're not kidding. I mean, the combat rules are not very long at all. There's a little tiny bit of crunch there, enough to make it interesting. They also include rules on modifying. And, well, not necessarily modifying, but there's extra rules to add to give it just a little bit more crunch. But all in all, it's a very, very, very rules-light tabletop RPG. Beautiful book, though. Absolutely beautiful book, and you'll see that going through it. The artwork in this book is just absolutely phenomenal and completely amazing, just like all the Free League Publishing stuff that I've read. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know what demons Free League artists made deals with to get this level of talent, but I have not loved the art of any. There's not one Free League book that I've read where I have not loved the art, and CY Borg is no exception. Of course, it's very neon, but it's also monochrome as well. So you have, well, let me just kind of scroll through here. Like here, you have details picked out in neon. Stuff that grabs your attention, but then you also have sort of this monochrome stuff as well. It's like there's the bright neon glitz and glam of the city that is the setting of CY Borg, and then there's like kind of everything else underneath it that you really don't pay much attention to. And all of the art is like this. Of course, we have a map of the CY as well, and some of the different areas of the city as well. The first couple of chapters, the first couple of pages actually just talks about the world of CY Borg, the city of CY, or this CY is how it's called in the book. And a little bit of background about the different areas of the city and what you can find in them, how they look, general appearance, and how they interact with the rest of the city as well. And there's really not a whole lot else as far as background information in this book. There's just kind of enough there to give you a little bit of a feel for the city and how it works and that sort of thing. But then for the most part, it's pretty much left up to you to kind of fill in the blanks. Now, something that does do a good job of filling in the blanks is scrolling through the book. By the way, the tables, the random tables that you have in here for different things like NPCs. You have an entire mission generator that allows you to generate different runs for your group. The tables are absolutely amazing. I love them. And the tables actually give you a bit of an idea of how the city works itself. It gives you kind of even more information about Psy and how it looks and how it is. Like here, you have location features, you have a distinctive feature, hidden feature, and an additional danger. So you have things like, under renovation, paint bucket scaffolding, etc., vertigo-inducing animated wallpapers, paper-thin internal walls, small data node that leads into low-res virtual hellscape of a dying world, a Psy-raging menace locked inside a padded room, and so on and so forth. So you've got a corporation generator, a cult generator. Cults, by the way, are a big part of Cyborg as well. And you've got just different events, like roadrunners trading real meat and tobacco for any sort of drugs. Sword-wielding, trenchcoat-wearing slasher appears from out of nowhere, stabs a pedestrian, and then activates her auto camo and disappears. You have a couple hugging and intimately conversing, wearing colors of rival gangs, so on and so forth. A fresh corpse dead from a single headshot, flyers asking who runs UCS surrounding the body. All of these tables just kind of give you a little bit of extra background as to the Psy and the world of Cyborg in general. And of course, the art is just throughout the book. It's phenomenal. It's kind of a problem in a way, because once you get to like the rules, and there's some sections as well where it's kind of coming at you from all sides. The art's coming at you from all sides, and it's kind of hard to read in places the way it's set up sometimes, but I think that's kind of intentional, almost like you're being bombarded by augmented reality ads constantly as you read the book, and you kind of gotta I don't want to say kind of ignore it and just kind of push on through, but your eyes kind of go all over the page in some locations, and you got to kind of focus a little bit on it, or at least I had to. Some of you out there that have read this book may not have had that same experience, but I'm definitely going to have to go back and read this, because there's some parts of the system, like character creation, there's some things I didn't quite get just because of how it's all set up and that sort of thing. But other than that, it is an absolutely amazing book. The system is very, very tight. I like how simple it is. I like character creation. I like the different classes. Of course, each class has its own artwork that gives you kind of gives you an idea of what's going on with the class. And in some cases, I mean, just look at that. That is just really, really freaking cool. And of course, the gearhead. I like that giant walker that she's riding. It's just this entire book is just really, really cool. And it definitely gives you a great starting point for building some really brutal cyberpunk adventures. And I think what I'm going to be doing with this book, like I'm going to be doing with probably the Shadowrun 2nd Edition book and the Blade Runner book as well, I think I'm going to do a deeper dive in this book as I, number one, get a physical copy, and number two, as I read more into the system and maybe run a couple of games with my local gaming group. I cannot wait to run this game. It looks like it's a lot of fun. It looks really, really awesome. is all I'm going to say. It's going to be fun looking through it. I'm going to do a character creation video. I think I'm going to do just like a basic run through of the system itself as well. And then maybe a little bit of a deeper video talking about how the game itself works, because it is unique in that it resets. And I'll have to explain that more at a later time. But it was a mechanic that I read and I was like, huh, that is actually kind of cool how that happens. So we'll definitely have to do a deeper dive into this game, I think, if nothing else, just because it gives us the chance to look at this amazing art even more. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to leave it right here. Let me know if any of you out there have actually played Cyborg, or if you own Cyborg, and how you like it. Do you think it's an amazing looking book like I do? Do you not care for the art style? Have you run the system before? Have you played in the game? How did that go for you? And what did you think of it? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get a discussion going. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both of those things help me out quite a bit. I will also put the links for the Free League website for CY Borg, where you can go buy your own core book. I will also put a link to drive-thru-RPG as well, so you can kind of get your own copy of this book and peruse it at your leisure. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video right here, and I will see you all next time. And that's the chip truth, chummers. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Shadowrun content. Hit that notification bell so you will always know when I upload a brand new Shadowrun video, and until next time, remember to shoot straight and never, ever deal with a dragon.